Hey, welcome to my pantry, and I'm going to teach you today all the things to look for to make this pantry or your pantry a healthier one. So let's get started. I know a lot of people like pasta, and you don't have to give it up. You do need to probably watch portion a little bit more, but finding the right types of pasta will be very important to kind of clean up your lifestyle and make a healthier pantry. So the things that I reach for my family is 100% whole wheat. Okay, you know you're getting more of the nutrition of the wheat product than if it says 100% whole wheat. If it just says wheat, if it just says enriched, yuck. It is not a very good choice to have a cleaner lifestyle. There's all kinds of pastas that are out there now. The black bean pasta, yummy. Of course, you could just eliminate the pantry on the pasta and do spaghetti squash or zucchini as well. But there are some good options out there. Pretty much anywhere you go, you're going to find, like this is Kroger brand, Walmart has it, Fresh Time Market, all the different places. Aldi's has whole wheat, okay? So I'm gonna get all kinds of types of noodles as well to make it different for my meals, okay? Cereal, this is a pretty tough one. We do have cereal in our house. They don't always eat it, but I'm gonna show you which one I do choose. All right, it's chocolate. I know it's not perfect. It's rice. There is some sugar in it, of course, with the cocoa. And that's really about it. It's enriched with all kinds of vitamins. So I feel like it's a better choice is giving them a little bit of a treat. But again, it's not something they're going to do every day. Other kind of carbs that I use are quinoa, definitely something I have on hand. There's different seasoned quinoa that you can find as well. Just really watch your labels. If it's a really, really long list, maybe put it aside. There's going to be some other options out there, though, that you can make your quinoa a little bit more flavorful. Okay. Now you can see back here, I do have some other noodles, mostly because I know my family, and if I'm going to make chicken noodle soup, they like it with the egg noodles. They just do, okay? So I'm gonna have some other choices. We are not completely clean all the time. I would say we're roughly 85, maybe 90%. So for the most part, we're working on our nutrition pretty well. Okay, next comes beans. I like to buy the bagged beans, either black bean or these northern beans, or even lentils. And then just make them yourself. It's not hard, especially if you have an Instapot. You can throw those beans in there and they're going to be done in no time. Because the other option is canned. I think I have a can. Whoop. Yep, I have canned black beans, and I use them occasionally, but still I want to go for more of the fresher style. I'm going to try to make them myself if possible. Okay. Next, I'm going to turn around. I have some dried fruit in here, mostly because I use them in my protein bites. Not something I always snack on because they are very, very sugary. So you're gonna get some sugar additives in there. So it's not always something I reach for, but I do have it for those occasional recipes. What else? Now comes the baked goods, okay? This is the sugar that I use, I prefer. It's the coconut palm sugar. It helps regulate your glycemic index better in your glucose better in your body. It has trace minerals, amino acids, so it's a better sugar choice. So I don't even have table sugar in here, I don't think, because I just haven't used it in so long. I don't reach for it. As long as it's not in my pantry, I'm not using it. And that's a really great tip to be thinking about, is if you're shopping and you're seeing Oreos, it's easier to walk by them in the store than it is in this pantry, okay? Oreos I would not be able to turn down. I love them. But if they're in my pantry, of course, they're going to be gone within no time. In the store, I can walk by them, out of sight, out of mind. Okay, moving on, I have cacao, which is the dark chocolate source of cocoa. I've got flaxseed. I can store this one in my pantry because of the brand that's coming from. They do not use gases inside of their products, so I can keep this one in the pantry. Other brands you might want to keep in your refrigerator or freezer. Instead of regular like whole wheat flour or even just bleached flour, I buy the Bin's crushed wheat now. I have the number 1 and the number 2, just different particle sizes. I use that an equal amount in my baking. So a cup of flour in my recipe, a cup of this, okay? As long as it's in my pantry, I'm gonna use it, right? So think about that whenever you're stacking up your pantry. Okay, some of the other things on my other shelf, peanut butter, they're not all created equal. I really like this brand, Fresh Thyme. It's great. It's peanuts and salt. That's all that's in there. So really look at your labels on that. Almond butter, I got some of that too because I love almond butter and I kind of keep it for myself. Roasted almonds, that's the only ingredient. As long as you're looking at your labels, you're gonna do well with clean eating because if you recognize your labels or there's like 5 or less whole food ingredients, it's a clean food. So you're gonna find these things and be able to stack your pantry with them. Organic pasta sauces, love these, keep them on hand, or I make them myself in the summer with my garden. I try to keep some sort of milk, hemp milk or almond milk in the pantry because if you run out, I can always grab it from here and then put it back into my refrigerator. So they'll last here on the shelf for quite a while. Okay. Other sauces that I have in here, barbecue sauce, as long as it's organic and no high fructose corn syrup, I definitely watch for that. But it can be tricky, okay? So your label might say no high fructose corn syrup, and you're thinking, good, that's what Jen said to keep steer clear of. But then your first or second ingredient could be corn syrup. What? So you really got to look into it, and what you see on the outside of your labels might not tell the whole story. Okay, some of my favorite salad dressings, I've talked about these. Primal Kitchen and Annie's can be. You got to watch your label on that one too. Woo. I've got some pretzels back here. Not really a choice that I normally would do because there is zero nutrition. Zero. Okay, so if you're watching calories, yeah, pretzels don't have a lot of calories, but they have zero nutrition. They're not going to fill you up. You're going to be hungry eating other junky stuff probably in a little while. I do have rice cakes down here though. I love putting peanut butter, maybe some banana or blueberries on top. Yum snack. Here I do have some grabbable snacks for my children. If at all possible, we eat fresh though. So when they come home from school and are starving, I send them to the refrigerator. We cut up an apple. We might have a banana, something like that, instead of grabbing one of these. These are more for on the go when we need to run out the door or need to pack a lunch. Okay. Little peanut butter cups for school. These little fig bars. What are these? Applesauce. And then these are our candy bars. Again, not perfect, but they are better than grabbing a M&Ms or something. Veggie straws. Again, a little treat here and there. These are not like full of vegetables. Surprise, yes. So there's still things in here that's not making it a very, very clean, perfectly clean food, but again, a treat every now and then. That gives you a good idea of what's in my pantry. If it's clean and you're using it on a regular basis, you're doing so much better than if you're not watching your labels at all. So little changes can make a big, big difference. One thing that I do want to talk about is macaroni and cheese. Okay, macaroni and cheese is in my pantry usually, but I'm out of it right now. The brand I go for is better. Okay, not perfect, but better. It's the Annie's brand, but not all Annie's brands are created equal. Okay, so I'm watching my labels. I'm going to get the whole wheat pasta and the organic cheese sauce stuff that they have in it. Because if you just get the regular Annie's or even the organic, it might not be whole wheat noodles, and that's really what I'm looking for. I want them to get as much fiber out of the item as possible. Okay, there you go. I hope you learned a little bit about how you can clean up your pantry. All right, I hope you learned something about reading labels and stacking your pantry with healthier ingredients. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to keep sending you more information. The next video will discuss a little bit further the labels and how to read them and understand some of those products that are listed. Are they good or are they not good?